to the Breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Today, I want to talk to you about part two of a series that is really touching my soul. I can actually relate to this series. Let me just back up by saying it is historical fiction by one of the most underrated authors in the literary industry. Um, I'm talking about Elbert, which is book two of the Black series. Now, if you guys remember, I did a review on Black some time ago. I also had the honor of interviewing the author, Miss Joan Vassar, on Diamond's World. I will post that link in the comment section. Now, Elbert, the Uncaged Mind, is a story that has completely blown me away. So much so that I called the author and we had a discussion on the phone because this character will not leave me alone. I feel like I was a part of that era. So let me just tell you a little bit about Elbert. Elbert is the older brother of Nat Hope Turner, aka Black. And Elbert has, when the book opens up, Elbert finds himself being captured, trying to save a young lady who has also been captured. And I'll say this: these men made the mistake. They had the decision to kill Elbert or to let him live. They made the mistake of letting him live. And I say that because once he was freed, and you'll have to read the book to find out who actually freed him. Once he was freed, he vowed revenge on these men. And he, let's just say, he got it. What he did not, what Elbert did not bank on was falling in love with the young lady who was captured by the name of Anna. Anna was a soft flower. She did not know what it was to be a slave. And so this was all brand new to her, being captured, but she didn't want them to kill Elbert. I don't know if there was a love affair there. I'm not exact, love at first sight or whatever the case may be. But the two actually fell in love. Now, what is important to note is that Elbert is this character who big in stature, and to some people, like everybody's afraid of Elbert because of the subtitle, his uncaged mind. Okay, so he's a beast to everyone else, but he's this lovable person. He transforms into this whole new person when it comes to his family, like his mother, his brothers, Anna, and Otis Jr. Now, you'll have to read the book to find out who Otis Jr. is and the part that he plays, but it's a very significant part. So, in his destiny to seek revenge on the men who were capturing slaves or enslaving people, his family, which includes Black, Elbert, James, they reunite with an ally by the name of Simon. And Simon comes along with the 12. They're known as the 12. And they come together to on a joint mission. And that in and of itself is it's beautiful. Because at first you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? There's a backstory to Black and Simon. And so when the time comes for them to reunite, you don't know what's going to happen. And then there's some secrets and some surprises that comes along with the 12. Like I told Joan, she really got me with Morgan. If you've read this series, then you know. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then to find out about Morgan, I was completely blown away by that. There was quite a few scenes in this book that had me just in awe. Um, One was, what was his name? The Anna's mother's suitor. He really shocked me. He disappointed me actually, and I'm just glad that they found out when they did. But again, you know, these characters, I felt I could see them as Joan was describing them. I could see them. I told her, Simon, I could see the one brown eye and the one gray eye. This big, towering man, and like Elbert, you know, there was, you know, someone who could soften him and make him almost human again. Like, you know what I mean? Like they took their role as protector, provider, a rescuer. They took it very serious because remember, at the end of the day, they had to be all of that, but they still had to meet the challenges of the world. They still had to deal with their white counterparts. They still had to be careful. They still had to move very carefully. And one thing that I loved was there is a very famous person that is introduced in this book, and she helps. I'm gonna just say the Underground Railroad. So you'll have to read the book to see the part that Moses plays in this particular book. But oh my God! So I talked about Elbert. I talked about Simon. I talked about Black. Let's talk about how we also witnessed life at Fort Independence. If you don't know what Fort Independence is, it's this city that Black has established for those who have either earned or taken back their freedom. So Fort Independence, and it's primarily run by the men and mostly the men, but you start to see the women come to the forefront and take position or take responsibility, if you will, because they little by little more people are being added to the town of Fort Independence. But what else can I talk about? There was just so many layers in this book. Anna, let's talk about Anna. Like I said, Anna was very soft in her demeanor, but Anna was strong. Anna knew how to get what she wanted from Elbert, and she got it every time. She knew how to communicate without using words. She was just there for her man. And I loved Anna. I loved Anna. I will say this. I almost wanted them to have more children. But as I've been told, the story continues in book 3, which is Emancipating James. Now, you know, Joan is my girl, and you know, she just kept talking about, well, you know, Elbert reappears in Emancipating James. I told her, my plan was not to move forward with the series, not right now. But somehow I think that they won't leave me alone. They're calling me, like they're calling me. So I really think that you guys will be seeing a review for Emancipating James very soon. I have some other things I need to get off my plate first, and then I will definitely be visiting these men, these people once again. If you have read Black or Elbert the Uncaged Mind, please leave a comment. Let me know. I want to know I want to know your thoughts. I want to know if it moved you as much as it moved me, because this book, this one right here, I thought I loved Black, but Elbert just completely took over. He just completely took over for me. And so I want to know your thoughts. But at this time, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. But I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch it. Please go and pick up the Black series. Learn a little bit more about our history, and be entertained a little, if you will. Yes, there is some sex, but that is just a piece. But again, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for telling everyone about what we're doing over here on Diamond's World, as well as on other social media platforms. I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, happy reading and be blessed.